Suzanne and I are entrepreneurs. We're embracing a new approach to business, one that is as much about social change as it is about bottom line profits. You're probably familiar with the term ROI, or return on investment, sort of a common business metric. Our version is called return on inspiration. Working from inspiration allows us to deal very differently with a lot of the things that often stop people from starting businesses. Fear of scarcity, fear of failure, fear of financial something. Well, on the surface, it may look like our business is about making and selling products. Really, it's about what you're seeing right here. It's about a relationship. It's about an awesome relationship. Lunapads, to me, feels like the outward expression of a conversation that I've been having with this woman for the last 10 years. We're not bored, and amazing things are happening. Our relationship is built on trust and integrity, the essential ingredients for the creativity that it takes to do the stuff that we are doing. So this is me in grade 12, you guys, age 17. I know, daring ideas are like chessmen move forward. They may be beaten, but they may start a winning game. By the time I was in my 20s, I had recognized that business could be a powerful force for social change, and I became an entrepreneur. What happened after that? I'm totally in love with the idea that the rules of capitalism can be redrawn to incorporate profits for people as well as the planet.
This is me shortly after graduation, and I took a more traditional path because I was highly influenced by my parents telling me that I needed to have a professional career. So I went to business school, became an accountant, great career, but I burnt out very quickly. And in my early 30s, I quit my job because I met this woman. And I just realized I needed more purpose in my work. And I found this incredible vision that Madeleine wanted to create and fulfill, and I wanted to join her. To do what? This is what we make. Cloth washable menstrual pads that are alternatives to the disposable pads and tampons that women use. And while it may seem kind of weird and challenging and even ew to a lot of people, we embrace that because we are pretty out there entrepreneurs who love challenge, love taking on risk. And if you're not prepared to take some risk and failure, then you won't be innovative. That's our philosophy. We also have a social change agenda, which is to empower girls and women to have a connection to their cycle that is a much more holistic way of looking at themselves, their body, and their connection to the earth. And so we don't view menstruation as something that's painful and a hassle, but rather it's this beautiful embodiment of what our bodies can do and the magic of that. And that mystical notion that maybe our bodies and our periods are tied to the tides and the moon itself. But, not everyone wants to join our happy period party. So this is an image from India, and it's kind of disturbing, the message. And the message is kind of pervasive all over the world, that women are not valued, and that your periods and menstruation is dirty. And we want to change that. But unfortunately, this is a challenge that happens all over the world, and it holds women back and it holds girls back. And it doesn't allow them to achieve their full potential of what they can truly achieve.
Let's talk a little bit more about those girls. Here's some now. So several years ago, we started receiving product donation requests from organizations working with girls in the developing world. We learned that the reality for them, instead of Shoppers Drug Mart and all the stuff that we like to throw away so much, they have no products. The result of this is that they're missing school for several days every month. The result of that is they drop out sooner, then they have to get married, then they're pregnant, and they're basically consigned to a life of poverty. When we found out that our products could make a difference in that story, we became very inspired. So we created kits. We started giving away as many of our products as we possibly could. This is one of the thousands of girls who have received Pads for Girls kits, basically washable pads and underwear. She's 9 years old. She's Ethiopian. Her name is Saba, and she told us that with the help of the Pads for Girls kit, she was able to convince her parents to allow her to stay in school instead of getting married. This is ROI, you guys. This is... Okay, this is Paul and Sonia. So we didn't know who they were when they emailed us 4 years ago out of the blue, and they said, hey, we've come across one of those kits that Saba was just holding, and we think it's a great idea, and we'd like to start a for-profit business copying your products and making them and selling them here in Uganda. What do you think? Well, common business wisdom would tell you, talk to your lawyer, protect your intellectual property, at least make them sign something. Well, what did we do? Is that good for you guys? Go, 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 go. Well, 4 years later, little did we imagine this. The story here is AfroPads. The story is 50 women with jobs and over 100,000 girls that are going to receive pad kits this year. If we had been scared, if we had been about scarcity, if we had been about these people stealing our idea and blah, 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 this never would have happened. This is the new face of the sustainable social enterprise model for development, and we are so proud to be part of it.
So our trip to Uganda was a real turning point for us, and it really validated for us what we've been holding all along, which is when you run your business based on values of trust and abundance and social change, amazing things can happen. So we had no idea that this could happen, that 350 girls just last month, thanks to donations through Pads for Girls, would receive these pad kits. And what we've learned is that when you operate your business through a heart-centered approach, the universe returns amazing things. Love, joy, and megawatt return on inspiration. So what's our big, healthy, awesome goal, we call it? It's this, that Lunapads and Pads for Girls becomes wildly successful, and we become famous social entrepreneurs, much like, this slide is taking a long time to change, much like this fellow, Madeleine's new friend. And we think that he is just the embodiment of crazy, flying out of the airplane social entrepreneur who's really innovative. And so we invite you folks here that as you practice conscious living in your personal life, think about how you can practice it in your work life, because you never know where it's going to take you and who you might meet. Thanks.